Hi, I'm Nadine Whitehead, and welcome to my life of baking. I live in St. Joseph, Missouri, and have a cake business called County Road Cakes. And this is my home and my kitchen. The first thing we're going to do today is tell you what we're making. We are going to do two super easy summer pies, things you can do on the fly because I know summers get busy. The first one we're going to make is a lemonade ice cream pie, and the second one we're going to make is a no-bake peanut butter pie. So the first thing we want to do is get after this ice cream before it all melts. I've got just about a quarter gallon of ice cream in this large pitcher. I'm gonna make sure it's all smooth and stir it up so it is nice and creamy. There we go. And to that, we're going to add some lemonade. I'm gonna let my grandson Corbin pour that in there. There's a little speck in there. Okay, we'll get that poured in while I'm stirring. This is just a nice fast pie that you can make, and usually those are two ingredients you have in your freezer during the summer is some lemonade concentrate and some ice cream and maybe even some whipped topping. So those are this was again about a quarter gallon of ice cream. We put in half a can of lemonade concentrate, and now we're gonna put in 3/4 of this whipped topping. So, and we'll put that in, and we're gonna fold that in. And that takes a minute because you want it all smooth and creamy and all combined. What are your favorite things to eat in the summer? I know ice cream's one of them.
Probably I really like corn dogs for some reason. I don't know why, but I really like corn dogs. Probably also like hamburgers too.
Okay. Well, that makes a good summer barbecue, doesn't it? Yeah, we want to get all the lumps smoothed out and make sure that we have a nice smooth mixture. And there's still a few little pieces I need to get smoothed out in here. I think we about got it. I think you could probably use a rotary mixer with this also. Might make it a little easier and get it a little smoother. This one I've always just used my spatula to stir, so that's what I'm doing. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is I have a graham cracker crust, and this is something you can definitely make from scratch, but because these are quick and easy summer pies, I'm using a pre-made pie crust, and this is a 9-inch pre-made pie crust, and it's a graham cracker, so that's what we're using. And we're gonna pour this filling right in there. And we want that right up to the top. Best we can do without letting it go over. I think our ice cream got a little soft on us today. I'm gonna grab a spoon. We're gonna take the rest of this whipped topping and we're gonna put it on top of the pie. If we can get it on there without overflowing all our lemonade and ice cream. Really soft today.
Ooh, it's about to overflow.
It is. So we're just gonna leave this in the middle like this, and it'll be a pretty garnish on that pie. Oh, I forgot something anyway. All right. So we're gonna set this in the freezer, and we will pull it out a little later and finish our garnish. So there we go. Okay, like I said, we were doing 2 pies today, and the second one is a no-bake peanut butter pie. And this is just scrumptious for the peanut butter lovers, and it'll have a little chocolate because I have a chocolate crust to go with it. So the first thing we're doing, I'm putting half of a 8-ounce block of cream cheese. These can easily be doubled, but it's just us here, my husband and I, and mostly we don't need 2 pies, so I like to cut the recipe back just a little bit. So I put 4 ounces of cream cheese into the bowl, and I am going to add 3/4 cup of powdered sugar right in there with the cream cheese. So I want to get all that goodness out of there. And we're going to use the mixer, and we are going to beat that cream cheese and powdered sugar together. And once that's mixed together, what we want to do is add a 1/2 cup of creamy peanut butter. I guess it would be your choice if you wanted to add chunky so you get a little crunch in your pie, but this one is real nice with the creamy peanut butter. And we're going to add a 1/2 cup of milk. And we are going to beat that together. And start this off slow so I don't get a shower of milk. While that's beating, I'm going to take this off. Okay, this is beautiful. So creamy. Get all that goodness off the beater. There you go. That's always the best thing to do, isn't it? All right, so it's nice and creamy. And what we want to do is take a whole 8-ounce container of whipped topping, and we're going to put that into that peanut butter mixture. And then we're just going to fold that whipped topping into that peanut butter mixture until it's all blended and nice and smooth. Right now it's got some stripes in it, so I'm still trying to mix that together so it all mixes nice and smooth. And when you're folding, you just kind of want to swirl around the side of the bowl and draw your spatula through whatever you're folding to mix it together, and constantly bring it around the bowl so you get everything mixed, and pull it through whatever you're folding. I think we've just about got it. Got a little peanut butter left there on the bottom we need to get in. How's that looking, Corbin?
That looks really good.
All right. Well, that looks pretty good to me. Now we're going to put that in a chocolate crust, because who doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate? Oh, there was a little peanut butter. We'll swirl that in. Get off the crust. All right. Push this down so it's right at the crust level. And we're going to put that in the freezer, and it has to freeze about 4 hours before we can finish the garnish. So I have a couple pies that I made ahead of time, and I'm going to bring them out, and I'm going to show you how to finish them off. We've taken the lemon pie out of the freezer that we had made a little earlier, and we are going to garnish it up just a little bit. So I have cut a couple slices of lemon, and I think the lemons are so pretty this time of year. And we can just twist that lemon on top and give it a little height. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow sugar and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit around, and it just makes it look like some sunshine hitting the top of the pie. How's that?
That looks good.
I have my grandson's approval. So there's our lemon pie, and we're gonna cut that in just a little bit and show you what the inside looks like. So this is a peanut butter chocolate pie. This is the no-bake peanut butter pie that we use the chocolate crust for. And this is the lid that comes inside your pie crust to keep it shaped when you buy one. The nice thing is it makes an automatic lid, and you just flip it over, and you can even have some height on your pie, and it makes a wonderful lid for your pie when you have leftovers to keep. All right, so I like to make candy, and some of the candy that I have made up, I have some peanut butter cups. So I'm gonna cut some of those up. Do you wanna unwrap a few of those for me, Corbin? I'm gonna cut those in quarters. That should probably be about enough, unless you want oodles of candy on top.
Yes.
He says yes. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of this chocolate ganache that we heated up, and we're just gonna do a little drizzle across the pie. Maybe not drizzling quite the way I want it to, but that's okay. It's the chocolate that counts. Want a little bit, so every piece would get a little bit of that nice chocolate ganache. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take these peanut butter cup pieces, and we're just gonna drop them in any way, shape, or form on top of the pie. And pile a few up in the middle. And there you have it. We have a frozen peanut butter pie. All right, now that we've got our garnishes on our pie and we're ready to serve a piece to see what it tastes like. And I'm assuming this is the one you want me to cut first.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. That pretty pie. Don't eat it yet. Okay. Well, I'll let you eat this one.
Thank you.
All right.
That's delicious.
All right. Now we're gonna cut a piece of this lemon pie. It feels like it's frozen a little more solid. And this is the pie that I did yesterday to get it ready for today, because I knew they had to freeze for about 4 hours before you really cut them. There we go. Get a plate. And look at that lemon pie. And something that I did yesterday is I did add a little bit of yellow food coloring. Not much, but it just gives it a little more color, like a lemon pie. So, there you go. Thank you for joining me today on My Life of Baking. I hope you enjoyed some summer pie recipes that you can make quick and easy, and they are very tasty. Lemonade ice cream pie and a no-bake peanut butter pie. And by the looks of it, I'm not gonna have much peanut butter pie left around this house with my grandson here. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time on My Life of Baking.